Dude, Florence Pugh can carry a movie. Don't Worry Darling is the sophomore directorial effort from Olivia Wilde, and it stars Florence Pugh, Harry Styles, Chris Pine, and Olivia Wilde. And tells the story of a 1950s housewife living with her husband in a utopian experimental community, beginning to worry that his glamorous company could be hiding disturbing secrets. Now, this is one of my more anticipated movies of the entire year. Way back in January when I made my list, I was already looking forward to this movie. Like many, I am a big fan of Olivia Wilde's first film, Booksmart. I thought that was a fresh take on the coming-of-age genre. And with this being her follow-up movie to that, it was already exciting to me. And coming out of it, I did like it, but I didn't love it. I'll start off with my positives first, and I do have a couple positives. The writing complemented Olivia Wilde's style very well, and it does a great job of building suspense and intrigue. From the start of it, I was immediately sucked in. The movie continued to keep me on my toes throughout the first 2 acts. The entire cast, including Harry Styles, who we'll talk about in a second, does a really good job, including Florence Pugh giving a near-career best performance. She is superb. And Chris Pine, for the fairly small amount of screen time that he does have, he is a very evil performance. And like I quickly mentioned, Harry Styles, who I think all of us, including me, was a little anxious to see how he would do in his first real leading performance. It's always very interesting to see a singer-songwriter go from music to movies. And I definitely think he gives it his best. And that's not me crapping on his performance either. Like, it is a solid performance. I don't have many complaints with it or really any of the other performances, like I said. If I'm being honest, I pretty much was interested nearly throughout the entire runtime. I think it drags a little bit in the second act. It definitely stretched out that runtime. But then when I started to find out about the twist and stuff like that, I started to get back more sucked into it. That is where I move into my negatives. Honestly, up until that third act, I thought the movie was really good. Didn't have much complaints with it, but something was holding it back from being great, honestly. I don't think it was going to be a great movie in the first place. But then, of course, without getting into spoilers, once stuff starts to unwind and you start to learn more about what's really going on, I liked it at first. It was definitely one of those moments where I was like, okay, I knew where this was going, but I don't mind it still. That's the big key thing here. There isn't much to the twist. Again, I won't get into specifics, but when you get to the end of it, you kind of could have predicted where it was really going. Like I did. Didn't mind the twist, but I did predict it a little bit. But here's where I started to get a little frustrated. Obviously, as stuff is ramping up, and within the final 10 minutes of the movie at least, it showed glimpses of getting a little too heavy-handed. It's not a big issue that I have, but it was there. Like, Olivia Wilde got her point across, but then she took it to another step. I was like, okay, we get it. Then when the screen finally cut to black, I felt a little dissatisfied. I really think that's all just because this movie had a lot of potential to be something very cool, but instead it kind of just relies on building suspense and not really following through with it in the end. It very much so took inspiration from stuff like The Truman Show, which we all kind of thought it was going to. By no means do I think it's a bad movie. Overall, it's a good time. It's a fun little thriller, albeit with a predictable twist. Florence Pugh nearly carries the role in her leading performance, but not to say that the other cast members aren't good. It kept me interested throughout, so I would recommend it. I'm gonna give Don't Worry Darling a B-. Again, it's good, but there is a couple elements holding it back from being great, and I don't know if I would necessarily rewatch it anytime soon. But if you guys have seen Don't Worry Darling, let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching this review, and if you did enjoy it, consider giving it a like as well as subscribing to the channel, as well as hitting that notification bell to get notified whenever new videos like this go live. As always, look forward to more videos coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.